In today's episode of Hypixel Skyblock Hardcore, I take on one of the server's most dangerous Slayer bosses, a Tier 4 Sven Packmaster. And this was probably not a good decision on my part, so make sure you guys stay tuned to the very end to see what happens. We also fight another Ender Dragon in today's episode, continuing our quest for those superior dragons. Lastly, if you guys are in the market for a Bad Lion cloak and you like the one you are seeing on your screen right now, you can pick it up using the top link in the description. If you use code Ragetrain at checkout, you will save yourself $1 on the cape and help support my channel a ton. But yeah, without further ado, enjoy today's episode. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Hypixel Skyblock Hardcore series. And to start off today's episode, we are going to get right into the action. So basically, as you guys remember from probably like 3 episodes ago or so, I really want to get this legendary wolf pet. And with the Pets V2 update, I can now actually just upgrade my epic wolf pet in the cat, the babysitter NPC. But in order to purchase that upgrade, I am going to need to grind up 8 stacks of enchanted spruce wood. So we're going to go ahead and do that right now. Alright, and a couple foraging sessions later, and I have the 8 stacks of enchanted spruce wood. So this should be all I need to upgrade the pet and cat. Let me go ahead and toss them in here. And yeah, there we go. 512 enchanted spruce wood and 219,000 coins. So we'll go ahead and hire her. Now, the only unfortunate part here is I am going to be without this pet for 5 days, which kind of sucks. But yeah, let's go ahead and confirm that. And in 5 days, I'll finally have my legendary wolf pet, so that's nice. Alright guys, so next up in today's episode, we are going to be doing something a little bit on the riskier and dangerous side, I guess. So basically, as probably a lot of you already know, I have avoided doing Sven Tier 4s like the plague up until this point in the series. And my reasoning for that has just been because I just thought there's no way I'm going to be able to survive. Like, the Sven Tier 4 is just going to be too strong for me. I either need to get a Pooch Sword or a Mana Flux Orb before I try and take one of those on. But over the course of the past couple weeks, I have had like 3 or so people reach out to me and like give me proof, like actual solid proof of them doing it with similar gear set up to me to prove that I could do a Tier 4 if I really want to. And so you know what? I'm kind of feeling a little bit on the adventurous and as also a little bit, to be honest, on the board side of things today. So I'm like, you know what? I think we'll give this a try. I also just got a God Splash as well, so I have like over 50 minutes of potions, so I think now is a really good time for me to try and do this. I do want to make sure I'm as well prepared for this thing as possible though. So I have my Radiant Orb here, I have my Wand of Healing, I have my AOTE as well in case I need to teleport somewhere really quickly. I'm also going to switch my pet here to my Common Enderman, because obviously the extra crit damage will give me a lot more health with my Mastiff set. You can see my max health now is 25,000 between the crit damage given me from the God Splash and then the crit damage from the Enderman pet. So yeah, let me go ahead, call up Maddox here, and we will start the Sven Tier 4 quest. Oof, okay boys, it's gonna be a little bit scary. Now you guys don't need to freak out too much. I do have my Saving Grace. I'm not like totally going into this blind, but as we know in the past, Saving Graces have glitched before. There is no guarantee that they are going to work. So if I'm being honest, this is probably one of the riskiest things we have ever done on the series, or at least one of the riskiest things we've done since we acquired like Remnant of the Eyes and Saving Graces. But yeah, basically my strategy is just going to be to keep the fight entirely going on in the pond here. I also need to be careful about Sven Alphas. If one of those things spawn, I am not even going to fight it. I'm just going to run away from it and avoid it for sure. That's part of the reason why I'm kind of using my Shaman Sword here instead of the bow. Okay, a Sven follower, we can definitely take one of those, I think. Yep, okay, we're doing good. That's awesome. It's not those guys I'm worried about. It's the Sven Alphas I'm worried about. But yeah, I kind of figure if I use my bow, it might accidentally like hit it and then it's aggroed on me and I'm in trouble. Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the Sven Alphas literally do more damage than the Tier 4 boss itself, which is kind of crazy. Okay, a Sven follower again. Every time a mini boss spawns, my heart skips a beat, man. Honestly though, those Sven followers are getting us up there really fast. I think this might actually spawn it here with this kill, or at least get us really close to it. So I need to be ready to run to the water in case that does spawn it. Okay, no, we are very close though. If we get one more of those, I'm going to take it to the water because that'll spawn the boss in. Okay, here we go. This one's going to spawn it in. Let's go ahead and take him over here. But if we successfully get this done right here, it'll be big for the series because it'll make the grind for the Mana Flux a lot easier, which is an item I've really been wanting now for a while. All right, so here we go. Let me toss down my Radiant, and we got to kind of keep him. We got to let him hit us every once in a while just to keep him from healing up super fast, but already we're doing really well. He's already down to 1.7 mil. I think the God Splash is helping us out a ton, to be honest with you. I'd be pretty interested to see if we'd be able to do it without the God Splash, but it looks like with the God Splash, we are speedily doing this. Oh my god. Wait, guys, we are absolutely crushing this right now. even when he hits me, I'm not going down very much. I think I was worried about this for like no reason at all. We're destroying him right now. Oh, okay, wait, there we go. That was a little bit of an issue right there. He just did like 5 to 10k tests in one hit, I think. Okay, we need to get him back into the pond here. He's not in the pond. This is not good. Okay, now this guy's killed my boss for me. That doesn't really prove my point, although it looks like he's in hardened diamond. I'm not sure how much he's gonna be helping there. Yeah, guys, we are demolishing this thing. Oh my god. I really want to try it later on without a God Splash as well, but this was not as big of a worry as I thought it was going to be. What the heck, man? I don't even know if we need to be in the pond. I kind of am tempted to try it outside the pond right now. I'm kind of feeling a bit brave. Well, we got him stuck. Oh, yeah, dude. Dude. Guys, we crushed. Guys, we absolutely crushed this. What the heck? There we go. He's done, man. Just like that. Now, again, this God Splash is probably helping out a lot. Like, I mean, like crit 4, strength 8. What else is on here that's probably helping us do some more damage? I think probably mainly those two. I mean, it's also a possibility I was just like way overestimating the Sven Forest, because I'm telling you, I was like terrified of them for the longest time. But after that, man, I'm just gonna go ahead and do another one here. I'm gonna go ahead and just grind some Sven 4s while I have these pots though, man. This is pretty nice. All right, so that Sven 4 fight went way better than expected. I honestly might try another one at the end of today's episode once these pots have worn off, just to see if I could do it without them. But before these pots were off, I definitely want to try and get a dragon in. I have only 5 summoning eyes at the moment, so we're only able to do 1 dragon. Hopefully it's a good one. But yeah, let's find a party and see how it goes. All right, guys, we got a party going. Honestly, did not take as long as I thought it was going to. It's like super late at night right now, so I figured it was going to take a lot longer than that. By the way, on my stream, people convinced me to reforge my crystal armor, so I have half wise, half smart, so I should have a little bit more mana today than I usually do. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4. Please be a good dragon today. I cannot afford for it to not be at least a decent dragon. Strong or superior? Strong or superior, please, please. Young. Oh, dude, this is like literally useless to us. We already have a full young set. Ah, man, that's awful. I mean, usually this is the 3rd best dragon you could get, but just for us today, this is not great. Okay, well, we can at least get some practice sorting in here, I guess. It's like really all this fight's going to be good for is some practice. I think this is the first time we've gotten a dragon now where I've already been able to get the full set. Because last episode, you guys will probably remember, all I was missing was the boots, but we obviously got those leggings from the young dragon we got in that episode. And so I was able to trade those in for half the frag value and get my boots. You know, this is when the series gets rough, man. 4 eyes is not a quick thing to grind. And it's just like all for nothing. I'll have to figure out what we're going to do with whatever we get from this. Hey, I guess we could get a pet or a sword, right? That would be the optimal outcome for us here. All right, this fight should be ending like any second here now, man. I'm just praying for a pet, to be honest with you guys. I know the odds of that are pretty close to 0, but I mean, what would be cooler than getting a pet on a freaking hardcore series where I've done like 15 dragons total or something? All right, position number 2. Oh my god. This one dude I partied did 9.5 mil. Holy crap. Well, I mean, that's probably not going to let us get a pet, is it? Young dragon chestplate. Okay, well, it's a piece. It's the best piece we could have gotten, but it's definitely not going to be very useful to me on this series because, as you can see, I already have one of those right here. All right, my potion effects from that God Splash have officially run out, so it's time to give this tier 4 Sven another try. Now, if doing it at the beginning of the episode when I did have a splash was a bad idea, this is a much, much worse idea. The only reason I'm attempting this, though, is because when we tried it with the God Splash, we absolutely demolished that thing. So I actually think that even without pots, I can do this. I definitely need to be even more careful, though, of any Sven Alphas that might spawn this time than I was the first time. Because with that God Splash, I don't only get potions like crit and strength that increase my damage, but I also get potion effects like regen, which are very nice for obviously healing some health back up. I do think it is important to test if I can do this without a God Splash though, because I obviously don't always have access to a God Splash. And so I'd like to know whether or not I am going to be able to do Sven tier 4s when I don't have access to those. Okay, yeah, even these Sven followers are much scarier around this time. I had to plop down a Radiant Power Orb just to avoid that thing doing too much damage to me. I'll be honest, I was feeling really, really confident when I first started walking over here to do this tier 4, but as we get closer and closer to it actually spawning, I'm starting to get a little bit worried about it. All right, any one of these next few kills I get could spawn it in. There it is, okay. Let me go ahead and re-up my Radiant Power Orb, come over into the pond here. I'm definitely pretty scared right now, guys. I'm going to minimize as much as I can how many times I let this thing get a hit on me. So we'll go ahead, give it a hit right now. Let's see how much damage it does. Okay, that was not bad. That was like 1k. I went down from like 17k to 16k. So the key is just going to be to not let it hit me very often. just so it doesn't start its regen every once in a while. I'll just give it, let it, you know, hit with a little bit of a love tap. We definitely are surviving this thing here. The water is the key here, though. Before, I'm not sure if we even needed the water with how much damage we were doing and how much damage we were able to tank. Okay, oh my god, that hurt bad. Whatever he just did to us there, that hurt bad. Let's re-up on the Radiant Power Orb. I usually thought that that only happened when you weren't moving very much in a long period of time, but I thought I was moving pretty well there, so I'm not sure what exactly caused that. Okay, we've gone down to half HP here. That is definitely big. I think we should now be pretty much in the clear. I have Cleave on this Shaman Sword, so I can just keep attacking him, and the Cleave should handle the pups. Okay, wait, the pups are actually doing some... Pups are doing some damage. I need to get this Radiant Orb down again and start healing. I thought we were in the clear for sure there, but apparently not. And now nothing's in the water. That's worrying me. Everything, please get back in the water for me. Okay, they're all still just like circling outside of the water, which is not nice. I'm probably going to take a lot more damage than I would be if they were to just sit in the water with me. Come on, get back in. We're close. So the Packmaster is down below 700k. These pups are definitely getting some hits on me, but they're not doing too much damage, which is good. Okay, wow. He just did like the little flip thing again. I just took a bunch of damage. I think we're good though. Looks like this is the last pup. The boss is now down below 200k. I should be pretty much able to just like, okay, wow, that hurt again. I think we're good though. I think we're good though. Whew, it was definitely more risky than the first time we did it, but we made it through. Holy crap. Okay, so we can definitely do them without pots, but it's a bit more on the risky side. I don't know, it might be worth taking that risk. I mean, the tier 3s only give me 100 Slayer XP every time I do one of them, whereas these tier 4s are giving me 500 Slayer XP. So like, whereas before getting from Wolf Slayer 5 to 6 was going to take me like 100 tier 3 bosses, if I do it this way, it's only going to be like another 20 bosses or so, which is much quicker. But yeah, man, I feel like that was a huge accomplishment right there. We just successfully killed a Sven tier 4 on our hardcore profile with no potion effects at all. Not even, you know, strength 5 crit 3, no potion effects whatsoever. Just a Mastiff set, a Shaman Sword, a Radiant Power Orb, and our common Enderman pet. Pretty crazy stuff right there. And as for a quick little update on our minion situation on the island, you can see I have pretty much fully converted over to zombie minions at this point into this little AFK grinder here. Those cobble minions I had up previously that were for grinding the super compactors, I've just totally taken them down because, believe it or not, I think I only have 17 minion slots right now, and we already have 18 or 19 super compactors, so I don't even need any more. And if you guys just forgot, or for whatever reason weren't able to watch that episode, the reason I'm grinding all of this enchanted rotten flesh here is for a Reaper Falchion. Because even though we were able to do tier 4 Svens today, I've done some tests on my other profile, and without this beautiful item right here, there is no way I'm going to be able to do tier 4 Revenants on this profile, which are pretty important for grinding combat XP. Unfortunately, when you add all the materials required to get this Reaper Falchion, it's about 40 stacks of enchanted rotten flesh. At the moment, it looks like we're about halfway there. I think we have 21 or so stacks in here, so, you know, we're definitely not super close to getting it, but we're making progress. Also, one last quick little thing I want to mention to you guys for this video is if you look at my skills right now, you can see I have been working on fishing a bit. I'm currently fishing 19 and only 80k XP away from fishing 20, and the reason I've been doing this is, for one, I kind of just enjoy fishing, and my skill was pretty low, so I figured, all right, we can get this up a little bit with not too much effort. But the other reason was because I was thinking that once I hit fishing 20, I could do a bit of a special in my hardcore video and do like anywhere between like 6 to 12 hours of fishing, depending on how much I can actually really put up with, and just kind of showcase all the loot I get from that 6 to 12 hours of fishing to kind of test and see if fishing is even really worth it if you're not fishing level 25 and going for Yetis at the Jerry's Workshop Island. But I wasn't even really sure if that's something that you guys would be interested in watching, so I guess just let me know in the comment section if that sounds like something you would want to watch, and then maybe we'll do it in one of the upcoming episodes of the series. But yeah, that'll be the end of today's episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.